What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a video on the Carolina rig. And we're going to be doing kind of what I've done on my last videos, talking about it and how to rig and stuff, and we'll dive into it. But I'm just going to say right now, it's not really time for a Carolina rig in the late winter time. When those fish start to get offshore a little bit, then you'll start to that's when you're going to start to fish them and fish them out deep. And you can fish them in the grass if you want to. But before we get into it, you're going to need these things. You're going to need hook. This is a 3-aught. I like using 4-aught. Sometimes I just grab this one. It's a 3-aught. Hook, extra wide gap hook, a bead, swivel. And that's the kind of swivel I'm talking about, not the other part of a swivel that clips. And then a weight. This is a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight. You don't have to use tungsten, you can use lead, but that's what I'm using. So, and line. This is 14-pound mono. You want to use mono because you want your bait to float, kinda. And, oh yeah, also a bait. I'll grab in a minute. But you want your bait to be able to float. When the weight's down here, you want your bait to be up here floating. And yeah, so first off, we're gonna tie this to, I'm not really tying it on a rod because there's no point in it if I'm not gonna fish right now. But in all these videos, I'm going to start doing just videos about like baits, and I'm gonna do how to fish all of them, like how to fish, say I do a Carolina rig, how to fish a Carolina rig, hopefully catch y'all some bass. But yeah, so first off, we're gonna tie this to the swivel, and I'll do a time lapse of me tying it. And if you're wondering what knot I'm tying a Palmer knot, and the worm just got it. Normally I'd use a Guggen Squad Mondo worm, but I just had this laying around. I've already used it. So now we're gonna get into like how to do it, basically, like what the weight and stuff. So since I'm not putting this on a rod, I'll say this is the line to a rod. We're gonna act like this is gonna be the line to the rod, so I'm gonna take off a little bit, cut it, and we're gonna do another time lapse of me tying it. Okay, so sorry if my knots kind of take long. It's because I haven't fished, or I have fished. And if you didn't know, I've fished a few times. It's not been too good. Everything goes wrong. My GoPro battery dies or something. But sorry, my knots are a little long because I haven't done knots in a while. Because in the summertime, we're probably going to be fishing probably like 3 days a week. So be prepared for that. So say this is your line to your rod. I'll talk about which rod I use to. So you're gonna want to put your bead so your weight don't slam into your knot, weaken your knot, and you break off. That can be bad. And then you get your weight wherever it is. Oh, right there. and you put it on there like that. And then you can, or you don't have to, but I could put a little bobber stop. But you just put it on there and it stops your weight. So when your weight moves, your worm follows it and it floats. Because if you have this and it slides down, your worm can kind of won't hop up and kind of won't follow your weight. But that's what you can do if you have that. But this is really just basic Carolina rig, and then I'm going to tie Texas rig, which I've done another video. I'll pop a link up there in the little thingy. But I'm gonna do Texas rig again if y'all didn't see that video, but you need to go watch it. So you come in right at the top until a little farther. So I'll show you in a minute. But you do it like that, and you come out, and then when you get up there, you kind of turn when you push it up like that. And what I did earlier, when you go through more, it protects on Texas rigs, you don't really have to do that on here, but on Texas rigs, your weight will slam into it. And then this is how I like to do it. And you go in like that, where your hook's exposing, and then do that. And then if you want a real in-depth thing, go watch that video that popped up. So this is basically how a Carolina rig works. Oh, the leader. How long I do my leader? Probably 1 or 2 to 3 foot, probably. That's what I like to do. Because you don't want to have it so long, then you can't even cast it. But that's a good length, and your Carolina rig works like this. So with that mono, this should be fluoro if you're tying a baitcaster. When you hop this, or when you're dragging it, you drag it and it bangs all stuff, and that thing just kind of floats in the air. And the rod I use, same rod I will either use with a jig or something like that. Either 7.2 or 7.3, or you can use a 7.6. But this is a 7.2 Duckett Jacob Wheeler Signature Series rod, medium heavy. And if you're wondering, Jacob Wheeler is my favorite pro fisherman. I watch him all the time. I've watched all of his videos. But that's the rod I use. So I'll probably be using like a 7.3, because you really kind of want to get them hook sets in. 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, really don't really matter when you're fishing this gear ratio you use. I use 15-pound fluoro just because I like it the most. And yeah, so tell me how you like this video. This is about the Carolina rig, and if y'all want to see more things like this, you can tell me here, give me ideas. I haven't posted in a while because I'm kind of running out of ideas, and I don't want to bore y'all guys with fishing videos. But I hope y'all guys like this video, and if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe, please. And I'll see you on the next video.